little casket ready. But that's okay. I was trying a new setting spray that's supposed to lessen the transfer to your clothes and your face mask and stuff like that. But that was a lie. I wasted my money. It's not giving what it was supposed to have gave. Also, I think I may have COVID. I've been feeling sick for the past few days. And then CJ called me this morning and was like, you know, my coworker I worked with last week, and he called in sick the next day. Yeah, he tested positive for COVID. The thing is though, he hasn't been feeling sick. So I'm thinking, well, is it possible that she just jumped on to your clothes and then you came home and I was exposed to your clothes and then got on me? I don't know. I tried to get a test today. They were closed. I went to Walgreens to get rapid, you know, take home test. They were sold out of that. So I guess I'm just fucking assed out. But anyway, I wanted to come and give you guys a video about some of the most awkward moments that I've had in my 20s. I still have 2 years left before I'm not in my 20s anymore. But I can still tell you guys some of the most awkward things that has happened to me in this defining decade. So the first thing, this happened when I was 19. But I feel like this was the predecessor for the catalyst of all the other shit. When me and CJ got married, we went to the courthouse. It was bad enough we had on all black, both of us. We knew we were getting married that day, but it was so late and we were just trying to make it there. I didn't even think about changing my clothes or putting on a dress or nothing. We get there. We get the marriage license. Soon after we signed the marriage license, they're like, oh, do y'all want to get married today? It was like, oh, sure. So we had to wait on the justice of the peace to come. We were in Arkansas. We drove from Louisiana to Arkansas because in Louisiana you have to wait a certain amount of days after getting the marriage license before getting married. But I was in Arkansas. As soon as you get the marriage license, you get married. So just as the peace came, he looked at the license. He verified how to pronounce my name before the ceremony. Now understand, I have a unique long name, but my name sounds how it's spelled. Shantonia shouldn't be that hard, right? During the ceremony, this man got my name wrong. And me and CJ are trying to hold our laughter in, but the whole time I'm thinking, so he actually married another bitch because this man just like brutalized my name. I don't even know who that is. And I didn't think it would be appropriate to correct him during the ceremony. So I just kind of let it slide. But yeah, that was awkward as shit. Next awkward thing. This happened like 2 years later. I was actually 21 years old. I got drunk for the first time. I had always told CJ I wanted to wait till my 21st birthday to drink whatever I wanted and just, you know, pass out. So for my 21st birthday, he took me to the liquor store. I know that sounds so weird. Yeah, CJ is 3 years older than me, so he was able to drink way before I was. So yeah, he took me to the liquor store. He didn't even suggest shit for me to drink. He was just like, here you go. And I'm like, bitch, I don't know what this shit is. Because he drinks beer and now he's into rum and coke. But back then, all he really drank was beer. So I didn't know like the different liquors other than Ciroc, because that was really big. Because when was this? This was like 2015, 2014, 15. Yeah, this is like I turned 21 in 2014. So I think I got those little apple shaped alcoholic beverages. I forgot what you call them. They're fucking disgusting. I also got a Four Loko and some other stuff. I can't even remember. I started drinking. CJ didn't drink because he already knew, I guess, that he was going to have to babysit me. All I remember, I drunk half of that Four Loko. I hit my head on the headboard, and everything just went blank after that. CJ said I kept having to go pee, and for most of the night I knew where the bathroom was, but during the middle of the night I got up and I ran to the closet. He didn't know what I was doing. Now, I have a lot of fucking clothes, so I can't hang up everything or the closet will break, which I'm going through that again. So now we're looking into getting custom closets, but now I'm getting off. I had storage bins where I would keep some of my clothes because we were in this small apartment and obviously he needed room for his clothes, and I can't just put all my clothes up and he won't have any room. So CJ said I ran in the closet and I pulled my pants down and I started peeing in one of those storage containers with my clothes in it. And I was like, you're lying. He was like, yeah, go in there. I didn't touch it. You're gonna wash all your clothes. And I went in there and yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Yeah, they were soaked. So yeah, I spent the rest of the day washing all my clothes. Another thing that happened, this probably happened like not even a year after that incident. I was in beauty school and I was taking night classes. And this one particular night, I think we had a test. And so I had studied so hard for that test and I was exhausted, I was hungry. CJ was on deployment, so I knew it was just gonna be me at home. And I was speeding. Like, the school wasn't too far from where we lived, but it was like 10 o'clock at night and it was just me. So I tried to make it home as quick as possible, and I must have turned their curve too fucking quick, and it was a police officer on the opposite side of the intersection that I was turning at, and he saw my ass. He pulled me over. Before he even got out of his car, I busted out and started crying because I wasn't even scared of his ass. I was scared of what CJ was gonna say about me getting a ticket. Even though he was on deployment, he called me like every day. Every damn day. It didn't feel like he was on deployment because he was still stalking my ass. This police officer got to my window and I'm just bawling. And he's like, ma'am, are you okay? And I was just like, oh my god, this is my husband's car. Like, this is my first time driving. I was lying. He's like, look, I'm just gonna give you a warning, but don't turn the curb like that anymore. Like, I thought you was gonna have this vehicle on two wheels the way you turned that corner. I was like, okay. As soon as he left, I stopped crying. And so, lo and behold, CJ called. And I told him, I was like, I got out of a speeding ticket. I just started crying. Of course, he was still mad because he's like, why? At that time in our marriage, we were broke. Like, if the electric bill went up by $1, we was fucking furious. So, so yeah, a ticket would have just made it 10 times worse. Another thing that happened was that a random ass drunk stranger knocked on our apartment door and we spent the whole day with her. This probably happened when I was probably still 21. A lot of dumb shit happened when I was 21. And so CJ happened to be off that day. I wasn't working. I barely worked when we first got married. I was a damn housewife, sort of like I am now. But we were both at home and somebody knocked on the door and she was looking for someone, and we were like, oh, you got the wrong apartment, you know. And she was like, oh, well, can I come in and see if I can call? That should have been a red flag, because we didn't know that bitch and she could have killed our ass, and I wouldn't be sitting here talking to y'all today. We invited her in and she just chilled on the couch most of the day. She was just telling us how crazy her weekend was, and she was fleeing from this dude's house because he was making her uncomfortable, and we ordered pizza because we figured she was hungry, she was drunk. So we watched movies, and then I think she called her brother or something to come pick her up, and she was about to walk out the apartment and walk up the street by herself, but I was like, nah, let me walk you up the street, you know, to make sure you get to your brother, because even though it had some hours had passed by, she still seemed like she was drunk. I don't know what the hell she was drinking, but she was drunk for a long ass time. I'm just an awkward ass person, so I always have awkward moments. But when I was in basic training, you know how most people think people in the military are weapons qualified? No, that's not me at all. No, I don't know how. Case in point, while you're in basic training, you have to carry a fake weapon on your person at all times. You're constantly learning how to handle the weapon, how to clean it, and do all these things with it. But there's only one day out of the whole basic training where you actually use the weapon and you practice shooting. Well, me, I can clean a gun, I can handle a weapon, I can, you know, do it. But when it comes to aiming and shooting a target, I can't do this shit. It was so bad that at the gun range, they were giving everybody their targets and saying, you know, good job. People get marksmen and all that shit. They just covered my target up. They said I had more shots on my neighbor's target than I did my own. So yeah, I don't know how to shoot a gun. I need to go to a shooting range and practice. That said, you may be wondering how it's even possible that I made it through basic training without knowing how to use a gun. And it's because my job didn't require it. Now, if I was in a career field where weapons were going to be used all the time, it'd be a different story. I'll probably be retrained into another job or something like that. But they were like, yeah, you don't need to be certified unless you're going on deployment, which I've never been deployed. I can't deploy right now, which is a whole nother story. So you could say you know a sergeant in the military who has no idea how to shoot a gun. Well, not shoot, aim and shoot and hit the target. Those are the most notable awkward moments that I can think of right now. Yeah. Once again, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I know I put out random content, but that's just who and how I am. So if you like that, please subscribe, like the video, and leave me a comment about your most awkward moments that you can think of, and I will see you guys next time. Keep the E in it, Chevy's on switch.